do. Okay, welcome back. We're about to complete or continue from where we stopped our design, and this is where we left up. And I was going through design yesterday. I decided to make a few changes to the design, and it's going to be subtle, but these changes are going to bring down the quality of design. It's going to give it an ad edge corporate kind of view. So that's what we end up with. And I decided I may not really need the search, so I'm going to hide that out. And I went to navigation, and I tried to remove the bevy or the gradient overlay, what's making this particular part of navigation to look rounded. I want to be edgy, and that was one of the choices I made. And the C coordinate team update, I decided to take that down into here like so, and I'm going to knock down the size. Yes, and that's looking good. Take this down, and yeah, if I zoom out, it's looking sexy. Yeah, looking good. And another thing I thought about doing was taking the comment box container and moving it up so there's less space between these and the top part of the web page. So I'll take the main content, shift tap, take that down, and our C coordinate seems to be outside, so we have to search for that and drag it into the comment box. So I'm going to select this guy, I'm just going to try and get that text, control plus to zoom in, or control space bar plus to zoom in on exactly what you want. Make sure I'm trying to select the text, but I can't find it. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to hide out the total content area. I'm going to get that text, that bad guy that I'm looking for, and I'm going to move it up. Okay, I know where it is right now, so I'm just going to drag this to within the main content layers and we'll drop it there. So I'll turn that back on, and we have exactly where I want. I'll zoom out. And that's nice. And I thought about reducing the size of the text here. I want to make my change, and I thought about reducing the size of the text to somewhere around 12, and I just want to see the way it looks. Take that down, and I think this guy is too bold, so I'm going to knock down the size of the text also, so somewhere around 18. I'll save. I'll zoom out. Okay, I think that's better. So we're just going to repeat this for every other layer we've created. So I'm going to take this guy, complete my change, knock that down by 18. Come here, complete my change, knock that guy down to 12. Take it up. With my arrow key, I'm just going to move it up just a little bit. Yeah. I thought about bringing this, and it will be a good idea. Let's experiment with it a little bit. So I'll click on this, change this to that purple, and click OK. Yeah, I think it's more beautiful like that. So I'm just going to drag this guy in, change the color to the purple, and yeah, So we're just gonna do the same for the rest of them. So say your mind now. And I'm gonna knock that down, commit change. And I'm coming here and reduce my size of my text to 18. Say your mind now. Take this guy, commit my change. Reduce the size to 12. Take my move to move with my up arrow key. Take this guy, drag him in, and I'm just going to move this, and it's going to be aligned with the top ones. And you may want to have your guy turned on so you can get this properly aligned. So I'm going to change the color to purple. I have another idea. I think we should apply a stroke to this, so I'm just going to apply a stroke to this of white. Write that down. I'm going to move this away so I can see what I'm doing. Take that to 1. I want to drop the opacity a little bit, so I think it's okay like that. This guy's a little bit small, so we're going to make that big. Hold down my control and my alternate to maintain the same, to maintain the aspect ratio. So it's to maintain the aspect ratio, you down your control and hold down your shift and alternate. Pardon me, I meant your shift and your alternate key. Then you click, you drag on one of the anchor points to maintain the aspect ratio whilst enlarging or reducing the size of the image to the center point. So, okay, I think that's okay. Take this down. Take this, change it to something crazy. Make my change, drop that guy to 18. Take this guy down. Knock that guy down to 12. That's my moves tool. And it's funny if I'm just repeating the process, and I know it sounds boring though, but bear with me. Hi baby child, do you really enjoy what you're doing? Yep. I don't know about you, but me, I do. So I'm gonna knock this down. Okay, we have those areas looking sexy. Just one more thing to wrap this column of our main content. And you know that in some posts where you have more than one post, usually the post may be longer. But before I do that, I just want to reduce this. I want to drag this out to be of equivalent width, the total base layer of the main content. So that's not coming up. Come down. zoom out, zoom in. Okay. We got this design in a nice way. So next thing we want to do is, when you have more than one post, the post may be very many. So you want to provide the user with a navigation to be able to search your posts in the actual site. So we're going to replicate that effect in the design. Before we do that, I'm going to minimize my comment boxes, and I'll lock them out because I don't want my item being placed within them. So select lock, select lock, select lock, select lock, select lock. If Photoshop wants a layer, a group is actually locked, that means you won't be able to edit it. So I'll be able to move this around, but I can move the background around. So maybe I may want to lock this also. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom, scroll down, click Ctrl Z, and I'll select this. I just name that content base, and I'll lock it out. If I try to move it again, I can't. Okay. The next focus will be to select this layer here, and want to create our kind of index or number or whatever you call it. Okay, it's actually called the pagination. So I'm going to create a pagination here, and I'll make it as nice as possible. So what I'm going to do, we may want to be very simple, we may want to be very interesting, but let's see what we can come up with. And I'm trying to use a rounded corner. I don't like that, it's too soft. I'll delete. I'll take the one with the sharp edge and see what I can do with it. Come here, hold down my shift key, drag down a little bit somewhere there. Fill that with color, and I'll do the strokes of white. Mark down the opacity, that down. Well, I might want to change color to this. I'll click OK. Select my move tool, select, and now we have one box there. And I noticed there's supposed to be white background there. I'm wondering why it's not showing. Okay, we actually need this, so I'm going to drag this down back to where it's supposed to be. Okay, so we're going to save, Ctrl X to save. I'm going to select this guy, and it's supposed to be within the main content, and I'm going to drop it in there, just there. Okay, we're going to try out a gradient on this to see if we get it to pop out a little bit. So drop the opacity a lot to around 10 will be okay. I want to take out the stroke first. Drop the opacity of the stroke to around 10 too, and it's okay. And now we have a nice button. So just going to Ctrl J1, Ctrl J2, Ctrl J3, and I'm going to move this guys 1, 2, and it should be bottom 3. Okay. So I'm going to select this 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to vertically distribute, horizontally distribute. So make sure there's cross space among them. Select the last 2, select the last 2. And I'm gonna move this guy out a little bit. And I'm gonna add numbers to this, so I'll select the first one just above it, put 1, change to white. And I know you might be wondering why it's not showing, because our layer is beneath the layer it's supposed to affect. So I'm going to drag this above every other layer, and yeah, there it comes. So I'll take this guy and I want to move this guy properly. So knock that guy down. Okay, we have 1, and just above the 1, next thing I want to have our 2. I'll select that to it's on the line. That means the one that's actually got selected. So I'll drop that down a little bit. Take this, right at 3 here. 3. Take that, change that to white. Get rid of the underline. And with my change, put that down. Okay, now we're just going to go to our shapes and custom shapes. We're going to look for an arrow there. So I just want to use something by default that I can find in the system, so you don't have to go download them. So I'm going to use this one here. I'll use one of this one. Okay, I think I'll use this one. I'm just going to come here, hold down my shift key, and I'll draw. Hold down my arrow, move that to the center, and yeah. Ctrl J, edit, flip horizontal, and hold down my shift key and tap to the other side. So we just create our pagination buttons for our site. So I'm going to select those guys, 1, 2, and drag them in. Okay, we have 3 also splitting out, so select 1, hold on my shift, click on the 3, and I'm going to drag them to where they're supposed to be. Yep, there. So I'll select this guy, I'll go down to the layer where I started my pagination, and select all, Ctrl G, and rename pagination. And I was having a funky idea. I think I'm going to change the numbers to bold. So I'll select this, move that to bold. I'm going to leave the one that I selected, that thing. I'll select this, change that to bold. And I'm going to select my pagination group. And I might want to position them at the center. I'm going to zoom out and see how that looks now. I'm just going to move them to the left. Yeah, the design is looking a little bit better and less clustered. Yeah, we're making it widths. Crazy. Really crazy. I hope you're enjoying yourself, and I'm going to end this class here, and we'll come back. We're going to talk about the right section of the main content.